ladies and gentlemen. Everything should work fine. Let me check the analytics. Not more than analytics, rather the actual stream. If it is streaming as it should be. Need me go into content live, and this will tell us, hopefully successfully, whether this thing is streaming or not. Let me check. Okay, seems like it works. Now I can see myself checking, so I'm gonna assume that means it does work indeed. Alrighty. Okay, so it's gonna be just a simple, basic dev stream. We're gonna we will work on, well, probably not you, but I will work on this small concept trailer. As you can guess, I watched the One Piece live action, and I thought, hey, that could be a good opportunity to try to make some Luffy character, because honestly, let me tell you one thing, he was underusing his abilities like crazy. It was somewhat annoying, honestly, because just imagine you can like endlessly stretch your own properties and body, and the only thing you do is fucking load your arm and shoot. It's not quite what I would think about if it was me. So I thought, hey, let's try to make it as a bit of a game. See what we can do there. Okay. Everything seems fine, no dropped frames. Okay, in that case, let's just get to it. So I got this super basic character, you can walk around, move around. It's just third person. I have here prepared a bunch of animation. This was rigged with this rigging friend. Which actually made it so nicely and fast. I was really surprised how fast it went. Other than that, if you wanna just join the chat and say hello, feel free to do so. It's gonna be for about an hour, I would be my guess. It's like midnight here, but I still got some energy left, so some work to be done. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, let's get to it. So what we're gonna need for a character is a blueprint animation. So we got this skeleton, and from this skeleton we need blueprint animation. Oh, this is gonna be Luffy Anim BP. Okay. And we're gonna have to do just some default. I have here a bunch of packs that should be synced with it, so those should give us pretty good default. I see that I have here some idle to walk set up right away. Do you wanna use it? I have here something better. Ninja walk forward. Oh, that's very careful walk forward. Okay, yeah, let's keep it simple. I can do just the idle. Just the one idle one that we have here. So let's make here a state. Just easier. Machine. So it's state machine. It's not custom state. Oh, fuck off. There we go. State machine. And this we can call. How are we gonna call it? Let's call it just our main state. I don't think we will need more than one. So this should be enough. We can put here some idle. Not jump. Idle, I said. So this is gonna be idle to run. I can maybe work on the transition a bit anyway, actually. This is gonna be our anim underscore speed. Let's compile this. Let's see, what does the running look like here? I think we should have better running here. Running left, right. What does running forward here looks like? We got locomotion run and run forward. What's the difference between these two? They look utterly and completely identical to me. Okay, let's just replace it with this one. Can maybe not even replace it. What's our state axis here? 0 to 480. It's definitely way too little. So let's say we're gonna go somewhere between here. So we go from 0 to slight walking, then running on about 400. I like my even numbers. And then if you wanna sprint even more, it's gonna go into this animation. I think that's pretty nice. Is this speed up? This feels like it's faster than it should be. No, it's not. Interesting. Okay. We got our speed in here. I'm wondering if it's worth it to... some bug here. There we go. If it's worth it to write the class in C++ right away. What you doing there, Luffy? That does not seem quite appropriate. Direction he should be looking. Yeah, but what I'm thinking is if it's worth to right away do the class in C++, or we just should keep it in Blueprint for now. I guess for the we are just doing animation right now anyway, and that's gonna be same, so it's gonna not be much work spent by doing it purely in Blueprints for now, and can do character class on some other stream. Okay, so in that case we can just get access to our wait, not on update. Let's get here initiate. Do I look retarded to you? Of course it's not gonna be an update. Getaway Films, hello! Wait, give me a second. Okay, never mind. My dog was doing weird sounds. I guess he seems upset. Okay. Getaway Films, hey, how are you doing, man? Gonna do cast to a third person character. I can get, I can actually get just pawn owner. It's gonna do the same thing in here. And this we are gonna make in our third person character ref. So third person character reference. And with the reference, we are gonna make sure that we can use it. Gonna check its validity on kick. And if this is correct, we can get here a velocity. Get this to length. And this is our animation speed, and only if it's valid, of course. Dokey. Anim speed setup. Here it's connected right away. So let's just make sure that in our third person character, we have everything correctly set up. So third person on MVP. Gotta do something with that head. Seems like some rigging issue. Just a rotation of the bone. Somewhat annoying me. But let's actually see how it looks like with other animations before changing anything. Getaway Films, you still here? If you are, what you working on? Doing anything curious? Anything interesting that's worth mentioning? I'm gonna assume that you work on movies or films for that matter. What's this nonsense? But okay, we got it. So just to keep it simple, we are gonna default our character max walk speed to 400, and if we press shift, it's gonna be sprinting to 800. So let's keep it simple. We're gonna get here a keyboard, and for keyboard we're gonna set max, oh come on, can type right, walk speed to 800, and on let go it's gonna be back to 400. It should do the trick. Alrighty, let's see about it. Okay, yeah, that head is a problem. That head is a problem on all of the animation, it seems like. But that's fine, I wanted to fix it anyway. And if we sprint, we get pretty high increase in speed. That's pretty good. I think it's gonna be just easier in this case to modify the whole bone for all of the animations, because there is some nonsense happening with the rig. Okay. We need to speed up more than this though. Let's do 1200. Wait, that's way too much. That's 12,000. And our normal speed is gonna be 600. Let's try it in here. Good, thank you. I used to mess around making short films years ago. Got into UE 3 years ago, and tutorials helped. Well, I'm glad they helped. That's what they were for. Tusha, hello, boss. Oh, I wish. But hello, sir. Glad to see you here. Thank you for tutorials. Well, I am very happy that they are helpful to you. For that matter, I have actually pre-recorded a bunch of them now, so in next 2 weeks you're gonna see a lot of tutorials coming from me with in the newest Unreal, newest possible functions that need to be covered, so all that is gonna be soon happening. But yeah, I'm glad you got some value from it, guys. Okay, so what was happening here is this adjustment in speed, and what's more important is the bone that's not rotated correctly. I am betting that's the rig, but let's first the idle to run speed first. Wait, did I even put that correct? Wait, am I going crazy? Yeah, no, of course I did. Years. You have been in the Discord for years. Damn, that's a long while. I know. I kind of abandoned it. I am aware of it. No, I mean, it's not abandoned. I should probably try to make it happen, make something happen again. But it's purely my fault. I have been very, very busy with other things. Okay, I'm gonna lower this. Let's get it from some reasonable perspective. And let's not mess with this. This should be perfect. And let's see if we can adjust this rotation. Alright, I'm gonna go in our event graph, no, not in our event graph, in animation graph. Same profile pic, different name. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I remember the profile pic. I'm gonna check the Discord later if we ever interacted, but probably. But wait, no, we are not modifying curve, we are modifying bone. Modify bone. Get the transition. Well, while we are at it, we can just add here a slot right away. And that's gonna be it. Okay. So which bone are we modifying? Let's see. Let's get the character. Not this one though. And Luffy, and we want to preview here idle. Okay. So I think it's fairly safe to say that the messed up it's gonna be either neck or head. Is it head itself? Let's see. Well, that's very Luffy-like, but probably not quite what we are looking for. We are gonna get to this stage, but a little bit later. Okay. This is better. Let's see how much did we have to modify. Let's just pause this nonsense. But now we know at least the name of the bone. So we are modifying neck 0.1. Wait. Where do I specify the bone? Am I going crazy? Oh, this is not a details panel. Okay, never mind. I'm just being stupid. I should hold monthly community task. It would be keep you and your followers engaged. Could be small things like blind cups. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Yeah, I have been away for a while, so I think I first need to get back properly into making tutorials, and I'm gonna be streaming now way more as well. But yeah, these ideas are definitely interesting, and I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but I first need to get properly into even making tutorials before anything else. I can now compare to modify perspective. Okay, let's see what do we do here. Wait, what is he complaining about this time? I have to specify the comp. Okay, gotcha. So we're gonna ignore everything except a rotation, and we are gonna add to existing. And let's see about now 50. Definitely not. Let's try to look from this angle. Is it gonna just let me? Oh, cool. That's cool. Maybe a bit to the side. I was thinking about cleaning it up just for the animation, but let's get rid of that annoying snapping. But this should do the trick. Can I pause the animation even here? Wait, there should be a way. Ah, there we go. The shoulders are probably a bit too wide. Now he's staring directly into your eyes, into the darkness and void that's waiting there. Let's compile this. Okay, I think we should get much better result from it now. Hello, hello, bonjour. That's a lot of different words, and I'm gonna assume all of them mean hello. So hello to you too. Chill one. Okay, I'm not gonna try. Nah. Forget. I think I said just hello. You person just said hello. Wait, why is it not applied? What's going on? Wait, am I applying it in the wrong? No. Was I that stupid? No. Why do we not have it applied here? What's going on? Oh, I'm having here a wrong. Ah, there we go. Look at that. That should fix most of our issues. Okay. Well, he still looks kind of not well, but he at least doesn't look like he broke his neck anymore. So I suppose we can consider that an achievement. I'm gonna probably modify that whole bone later anyway, but this should be good enough for now. Okay, we are doing well enough job. So let's see what we're gonna do next. Should we do at least some basic jumping? How am I liking UE5? I'm 16 months into a project, so I'm stuck with UE4 then. Actually, I love UE5. It's really, really good. But it also took me a few months to switch, well, not months, like a good half a year at least, before I switched into UE5, because I was doing VR back then, maybe even longer. But I was doing VR back then, and VR is, like, especially mobile VR, and mobile in general is not that, it's not Unreal 5 strong suit, because of some changes that were made. If you have worked, if you have a project that is already working on, I would probably not recommend switching, but you can try it. Like, it's not probably gonna kill you, probably. It may be worth just making a copy of everything, try to see if you transition to 5.1, 5.2, and see if it works, because and definitely don't do it without copying everything and making sure that you have backup everywhere. But usually the transition for projects is going surprisingly well, considering it's pretty huge in between version. So definitely would recommend trying it. But again, make sure you get all the backups, ideally version control setup, all that should be happening. Wait, that's a wrong page. I just hit my chat. No. You're building a Quest VR game, so okay, yeah. In that case, don't even think about it. Like, eventually that jump is gonna need to happen, especially with Unity now being more and more useless. Yeah, there is no other option, but there is not gonna be any more option than Unreal. But yeah, maybe for new project, but yeah, in that case, don't even think about it. Unreal still needs a lot of work. Okay, so we got this set up. We're gonna do the whole jumping. Let's see. Do I have any cool jumping that I could consider for it? Let me see. Let me look through my animations. Okay, that's a classic. We got jumping into the air, and we got jump falling. Oh, well, that's very, very nice landing. Okay, let's do just jump and fall. This probably makes most sense. Normally at this point I would almost think, or is it maybe better to do it with animation montage right away? It's an interesting state. Because I can transition for. Yeah, let's actually try it. Let's see if it's better. This is a good time to think about it. We should have here on ground, right? Is walking on ground? No. Is moving on ground? Is moving on ground. There we go. And let's just try it. Print string. And hopefully this will does it perfectly. True, 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 false, 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 true, 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 false, false, false. Okay, works perfectly. Now I can keep this in. And okay, back into the view theme. Get our animation blueprint. Wait, where is my animation blueprint? Should probably organize this a bit more, but this is mostly for experimenting for now, so I think it's fine. What do you think, guys, about this whole Unity situation? Any consensus? There has been quite a bit of a development today as well. Been following it a bit. Let's say I'm glad I chose Unreal. It has a bunch of. I mean, I suppose Unreal is technically more expensive if you make it good, but all the things that we get back just from and being able to use it for free, I don't think I would ever change it. Well, maybe for some other software, but definitely not for Unity. BNM, and we are doing for is moving on ground. There we go. And what we simply want to do is grab our idle to run, add here a new state. It's gonna be our falling, and from we are gonna get here our ninja falling. Is there any difference between these two? That confuses me. Why do I have two assets? They look on different space animations. One is in place, one is slow motion. Okay, they look both exactly the same. Why would you have root motion on the falling animation? But I guess at least we got it here. Haven't really followed Unity development. Something about fees, but I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, yeah. That's the it's easiest way to think about it. And probably, honestly, if you don't work with Unity, you probably don't really even need to follow it too closely. It's not that much of a benefit to it. For a bunch of changes to Unity pricing, but from my perspective, at least, the biggest issue was that Unity's organization did fairly badly breached the trust of its users. Actually, I don't probably want to transition directly there. I may want to do just on the land. And we want them in place. Where But it looked like where basically Unity did a bunch of changes when they decided that they will retroact. And in the end they backtracked it, so it's not gonna happen. But they said they will charge flat fee and now revenue share for all the titles that were ever developed in Unity, which is troublesome, as you can imagine. That's pretty bad. Just imagine that you have developed a game. It's been on the market for 5 years, and now Unity has decided that that you should start paying them money, even if the game doesn't make any money anymore. You should start paying them per. I think when they set up install or something like that. It was not a good time. They backtracked it a bit in the end, but still, not a good time. Okay, we're gonna have to prolong the delay times. That is quite outrageous. Yeah, that's also the reason why so many developers were upset about it. I think it's also fairly early. We are gonna have to wait. But where are my there are my transitions. we're gonna have to wait to see how it actually ends up, what it actually ends up leading to, because everything is still very much in the air. But it's definitely not nice. Let's say that. It's like when you are choosing a project, you have you're choosing it because you're agreeing to certain rules, right? Certain conditions. Did I mess up the conditions? And if all of the sudden those conditions like change, it should not ever be retroactively. It should never ever retroactively mean anything. Okay, that's not bad. I have to smooth out the transition into it, but that's better. If you're going to, it shouldn't really cover. Yeah, absolutely. That's like, just imagine you are in business with some company, and the company just all of the sudden change completely what you developed it with. That's almost like if you like worked with Photoshop your whole life, and then the Adobe would decide that hey guys, all of the pictures you ever made with us, you have to pay us $1, or like even if it was just a $0.5 or $0.01 for every picture you made with it, you have to now pay. That's quite insane. Like no one agreed to these rules. Yeah, I wanted to increase the. Let's try to play with the transitions here a little bit. Wait, do I have here an option? There should be an option to set it to automatically transition whenever I stop the animation. Well, I can probably just fake it with timing properly, but it'd be nice to have it set up. Yeah, they pretty much backtracked it now, and they are very much not saying that nothing like that will happen. But the damage has been already done, and the damage is to the trust, because just even if the Unity now steps everything back, and all of a sudden you don't have to pay anything, at least from the new stuff, it's still quite outrageous. And the thing is that it's Unity also has a licenses that you have to pay to keep using it. So like we don't really know that in Unreal, right? We have 5% revenue share once we go over $1 million. Then you start paying 5% to Unreal. But in Unity, and we get access to everything. We get access to the whole source. Well, no one in Unity get access to the source code. But okay, that's actually pretty good. It's still a bit of a jump, but could use a bit of work, but that's fine. Then just the jumping. But we don't have to pay anything for using full feature set. Everything that ever was done is available in Unreal Engine. We have available right from start. You can do with it whatever we want. In Unity, that's not the case. Unity has tiers. You have to pay, I think it's about €2,000 per month to even use all of the version, to like use the Pro version. Which is quite insane, considering that they still have to. Considering that they still get revenue share and fees on top of that, we get just revenue share, even though it's technically higher. Like nothing is stopping you from using Unreal. You don't have to pay anything, and you get access to everything. And you start paying Unreal only when you are very successful. Okay, we're gonna make that jump into a montage. So if I was a Unity dev, definitely would not be pleased at all. Jump up. Is this the in-place one? Yeah. Okay, let's make this into a montage. No, not a composite, right? Montage. Really? My shortcut didn't work for whatever reason. What do you mean Unreal got plans? Pro plans? What are you talking about? Hey, nameless squid. Yes. Unreal doesn't have any pro plans. You have access to everything right from the start. Image montage, and this is gonna be our jump up. No, that's not true. Unreal doesn't have any Unreal Pro. It's nonsense. If you got a link, feel free to share it, but Unreal Engine doesn't have any Pro licenses. You get access to everything right from the start. There's no, you don't pay any fee for, or any fee or any subscription for using Unreal. Unreal's business model makes sense. It's literally the perfect way to enter this. I would have never even bothered learning any game. Yeah, I agree. It's it makes just sense. I think in any company, it's really important to have incentives set correctly. So like incentives for Unreal are that they need to make good tools, right? Because if they make Hero Soul, I don't know what you're talking about. Unreal does not have any subscriptions. If you have a link for something like that, feel free to post it. But I have never heard about it, and it's just not even something that would be available. I don't know where you got that from. But back to Getaway Films. What I want to say is that blanking out. But yep, the incentives needs to be really well set. Where if Unreal has incentives set up so that they need to make tools that will make game devs successful. If game devs are successful, Unreal will make money. It's as simple as that. Unreal Engine Enterprise. Let's see. They may have some program with support, but they don't have any. Like you don't get any extra for it. Licensing options you get, and you get you get Enterprise, which is 1,000 those 500. That's just access to developers from Unreal Engine. So you get a consultation. All Unreal Engine features right in here, free. There is nothing to do with features or with source, of anything. Everything, you get just support, that's it. No, that's not true. Unity has a bunch of features locked under the Pro mode. You don't have access to everything right from the start with Unity. And you definitely don't have access to source. With Unreal, just download it from GitHub. It's as simple as that. Let's do the... I'm thinking if it's better to shorten it now. Actually making me Google it. Don't know if it's gonna be changing right now, but Unity licensing. Individuals and teams, let's see. Yeah, but there we can see this is what they give you access outside of it. Like you get latest version of the core Unity platform, you don't get access to everything. You get the same engine, but yeah, but you don't get access to all of the features. Now listen, just read it. It tells it to you right in here what are the differences. It's literally the whole point. The Unity's business plan is to sell you the subscription, not for you to make a successful game. You don't get even access to Havok physics for ECS, but apparently that's kind of weird. I thought that that's in it's normal version. Yep, bunch of functions, bunch of features. You can probably find here the differences as well, and you get even more support, more settings, not settings, more features with Unity Industry. I didn't even know they have this one. You don't get the same engine. You are missing a bunch of features. What kind of game am I making? I'm not actually making any specific game or like a concept trailer. Just watched the live action One Piece, so I thought I'm gonna make a Luffy character because I was kind of annoyed how much is Luffy underusing his abilities. So I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna make it more. I wanna make it. So let me do that. Probably just some like simple concept trailer, something like that. Who knows? Luffy jump. Let's see it now. No. This is always annoying to get correctly, but let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna... Let's say we're gonna start it from around here. So our start time is gonna be 0.08. See about that. Is that everything we need to do here? We can probably speed it up, that animation. Okay, that's probably a bit better. I'm wondering, could try to put here a bit of a delay and trigger the jump and get here that start. Or honestly, we don't need to mess with it that much, this is fine. Can just keep it as it is. Yep, I think this is fine enough. Okay, now to actually interesting stuff. How do we set up the stretching? So I'm gonna have to start with some attacking. So let's just get here some punch. Do we have here? Okay, well that is disappointing. Let's get here boxing. We can do even root motion. Should do probably some pretty nice root motion attacks. We get here jump. Okay, that's some nice start. But let's actually see. Do we have here something where you actually like load the attack? No. Guess this is closest to it. Okay, you know what? Let's do just simple jump. Sample jump. A animation montage. You get a Luffy underscore left jab. I'm gonna need to know where is it happening, so where is it attacking this point? Let's say around here. I'm gonna add here a notify for that. So let's add here a montage notify. Wait, am I not in the... I'm not in the montage, my bad. We can make it a montage. Wait, am I just being stupid? Jesus, I'm really tired. It's time. It's almost one. Well, oh, really huge almost. Yeah, the hook was probably a bit cooler, but I'm gonna probably do more of them, and I'm thinking of this like just a quick, when you get just a quick jab, and the hand hand is gonna like prolong and do attack much more, much longer. So I'm rather thinking about seeing how we can make that work, and it's gonna be make more sense. It's gonna be easier to set up here, to make here. So that's why I'm choosing it. Let's say this time is when the attack starts. Get here our notify, montage notify, and this is gonna be our start attack. Let's keep it safe. We don't really need end attack right now. And okay, how are we gonna go about it? Let's first start by just punching, right? When we punch, this will punch. So we can grab here, get here our left mouse click, and what we are gonna spawn is this simple Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy punch. I'm gonna just, there we go. Okay. Bit too short. I don't like how short. I don't like how much of a prep time that it has. Let's go right from here. So it's 0.37. Okay. Let's try it now. Okay. Can probably work with the transition here a bit. How long is it? 25. Let's try like 15. No, like maybe just the 0.1. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. I know what, since you said you like it more, I'm gonna just add here that hook right away. Do we have a right hook so I can do... No, I have just a left hook again? Ah, that's annoying. Because it would be way more fun to do like combos and you do just left hook and left jump and right hook. Well, you would do probably left, right, and then hook, but that's fine. Let's see. Now we have just a left hook. Let's see, do we have here something? Maybe a right cross? Okay. It's closer to it. Let's make that happen. Okay. Gonna convert this into a Ani montage. And this is gonna be Luffy and right. Not quite hook, but okay. Cross, I suppose. I mean, bit of a, not much of a hook, but it's still a longer attack. So, are we in the Ani montage? Yep. And let's say from around here, so 0.38. 0.38 should be cool. This is just for visuals now, so we can just do it without any montages. Let's put it here. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Actually pretty realistic boxing. Even with the movement. Okay, I see I have here a trouble though. I can like trigger this jump animation. Let's make sure I can jump only when the player is on the ground. Just put here a branch and gonna be is walking. It's the condition, moving on ground. Yeah. And this needs to be equal to false. Oh no, wait, to true. It was actually right all along. Look at that. Let's save it here and see about it now. Okay, now it can't be spammed like crazy. Okay, now the actually interesting part. Let's make it stretch. Let's get here actually some reference point, so we know what we are making. Let's see about it. Excuse me, YouTube, are we not collaborating today? Let's see. Did we get some just Luffy punch? Okay, we got here some blah blah blah. Yeah, let's speed this up a little bit. Oh, come on. Nah, these are pretty normal ones. Jeez, these are normal punches. I wanna see the stretching. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna imagine it. Let's see. Can close this. Let's see. I was thinking there's a few ways how we can do that. I'm thinking either about Ikey, which is probably gonna be the best solution, or some custom solution, but I think the Ikey is gonna be the best. Let's try it. Oh gosh, what's this? Let's fix this. I mean, this shouldn't really cause us any trouble, but still, should be probably fixed. Alright, let's go in here. Gonna be in our local space, in our component space, not in the local space. And I gotta remember which one it was. We have 2-bone Ikey and we have the one that allows stretching? Yeah. But what if I use just a... What's that other algorithm for calculating I key? Oh, I can't remember. Damn. Fabric, yeah. But I don't think they have stretching. It has stretching by default. Nah. Okay, then we are pretty much gonna go with two bone I key. Let's see. Let's keep it on draw. And which bones are we gonna be stretching is the question. So this one should be for our left. Actually, don't need a key bone. Oh no, we do. No, you need a key bone. Let's try left. Left hand. Oh, okay, that's not quite. See the stretching. Now we can go ad absurdum. Alright, so we're gonna go through like 20. Okay, now we are getting there. Look at that. What is our reference point on the floor though? What is this thing? It should be reference. Ah, that's for our target. Little many punches. Yep. That's pretty normal in boxing actually. But yep, it does. It's using a root motion. Okay, I like this. This is good. This is what we want. And look, so yeah, no worries, man. No worries, man. I'm glad you know now. Okay. Are we actually playing animation after it? Never mind. I have to play animation before it. Not animation, the montage. So I'll be sad. It's gonna be a lot of transitions because we need to play it after bone transformation, but before the default slot. They're the same game. Yeah, but especially ECS. Like one of the main reasons why I would want to use Unity is ECS workflow. I mean, Unreal has it now too as plugin, but not by default. And there's a bunch of things that change with conditions. I don't really necessarily remember all the rules well enough to be able to say, but yeah, there is a bunch of other differences. If you probably look at some comparisons, you are gonna get decent result. A lot of the new AI tools they are planning to release only for pro versions. And no, that's not a free plugin. No. That's why I'm not necessarily even using it as an argument. That's not a free plugin, and it's not developed by Unreal even. To be fair, ECS was not originally developed by Unity, they just bought them, but that's a bit of a beside the detail. I think, actually, I hope that I don't have this one wrong. I could be wrong on this one. How are we gonna condition it? We could use the cached in position here. Wait, how was it? New saved cached position. Let's rename this to locomotion and locomotion. Let's call it base, and we get here a locomotion base, and I can use it multiple times, right? Yep. Okay, so this is our start. And okay, we want to have an option whether we are gonna be stretching or not. Let's do just simple check by boolean. So we're gonna put here a blend by boolean. We may probably need to increase this, but this is fine. If it's true, it should be stretchy. If it's not true, it should not be stretchy. Let's try to demonstrate this just so we know it works. Excuse me. Set this to stretchy. Okay. Nice and stretchy. If this is false, not stretchy at all. Exactly what I want. Okay, let's make sure that the animations here are a loop. Well, this is band space. This one is all, of course, gonna loop. I do not know why it's a change, but since 5.2, I think the animations by default stopped looping. I do not know why there is a thing, but it is very annoying, and that I can tell you. Because in animation state, of course, in animation states, yeah, this is state. Of course, you want them to loop. The whole point of animation state is that they are looping. Okay, let's provide this variable. This is gonna be our. I already made one. Well, never mind. Be anim underscore is punching. Now let's maybe call it is stretch left. And let's see how smooth we can make this. And we're gonna also have it as wait, no, yeah, that's a factor. That's correct. Okay, so let's make this our left stretch target. Oh, this is our anim left. Anim left stretch target. I really like to use anim as a prefix for animation variables because it makes it much easier to work with. So now we gotta get here boolean for is geez, how did I call it? Okay, we can start for vector. So this is our left stretch target. Vector, and then we can get here a boolean, and this is our B is stretch left. There we go. We are just gonna simply read it in here. So in the graph, bit annoying to always do it with all of them, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. It keeps the workflow so much incredibly cleaner. Left stretch. Okay, let's get our TCP reference. Get me our left stretch. Get left stretch target. And here we're gonna get left. This left stretch is stretch left. That's a lot of stretching in here. And let's try to put them in some categories while we are at it. So moving on the ground, that's gonna be our velocity, or maybe movement, just so we keep it a bit more general. That's gonna go under movement, and this is gonna go under stretching. Alrighty. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now I'm going to here a few things. Going to set this value. I'm gonna just set it to some default for now. Alright, this is jumping. I'm not jumping, I'm punching. Alrighty. We're gonna set it to. Let's get. Okay, let's try something like this. Get forward vector here, multiplied by a location. And if we multiply this and add them up together, we should get some pretty nice value. This we can hopefully use. I'm gonna do a line trace later, but probably not today. So we wanna do it right away, and then at the appropriate time, now notify begin. And because we have just one notify begin, we can just set it to true. Wait, where is the montage? Okay, works. Set it to true, and on blend out, let's set it to false. I'm gonna keep it simple for now. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Now the moment of truth. Oh, Well, I wouldn't say it doesn't work, it just does not quite work according to expectations. It certainly does something. I think it may be actually using relative space instead of world. Let's see about this. Okay, that's gonna be setting in anim montage. So we're gonna check out stretching. And what's our coordinate space here? There we go. Effector, we want world space. Okay. That's getting better. Look at that. I'd like to maybe visualize where I'm actually shooting. So can we just draw debug here? Draw box. Wait, no, that's 2D box. Draw debug box. Let's try something like this. Okay. No, it doesn't seem to be actually aiming that correctly. It does the job mostly, but not perfectly, that's for sure. Gonna work with the blending though. So let's get our blending in here. And blending in, we probably don't want to increase that much, just want to increase the blending out. Let's see. Okay. That's probably a bit better. Let's change this with a line trace. This is kind of useless. So gonna just keep it here. Let's get here 8 gig because I need this to update all the time, and we're gonna do a line trace by channel. That channel is gonna be from, seriously, from my arrow attached to the float camera. Let's call this our camera target. There we go. Super Gamer Gaming. Hello there. You must really like gaming, apparently. How are you doing, man? Let's see it around here. And now we can set it to whatever. So, and so start. Good, you doing well enough. A bit tired, but it's all good. Gonna be probably ending it soonish, but it's fine for now. Let's check it if everything hits here correctly. I can actually break it down right away. Are you working on anything interesting? Anything particular you would like to share? Let's grab this thing and set it on the location. Okay. Oh, we don't actually draw a box here. Okay, let's try it. Oh, I have super long debug on them. And we need here something to actually hit. Do here like a cubes. Need some sort of an aiming anyway. Okay. Seems like it's not hitting it properly if I do it from here. I'm gonna have to print this stuff. What's happening here? Not print. Frame it. You're new to Unreal Engine, you don't know how to code. Do I have any tips? Honestly, make a game. There's not much else to it. I thought that something like this is happening. Just try to make something that's very, very simple. Like very, very simple. I'm talking like Pong simple, maybe Pac-Man simple, probably tops. Flappy Bird simple, like simple mobile games. Very, very basic. Even 3D, 2D doesn't matter. And just try that. Gotta get that small win. And once you do that, you're gonna make something a little bit more complicated. And once you make something a bit more complicated, you can make something even more complicated. And that's where you end. That's pretty much the best recommendation I can have. It may be worth looking for some coaching if you like stretching, if you like if you like structure and you want help, a bit of a hand holding. There is nothing wrong with that. It may be worth looking for education somewhere, but just make games. That's the only way how to learn how to make games is by making games. It's like totally nothing. What's happening with this line trace? There's something seriously messing it up. Unity Refugee. Last week you downloaded Unreal and participated in Tech Mega Jam. Simple mushroom picker simulator in VR using your buttons tutorial. You failed at the last hour, but yeah. It sounds like you got some pretty messy setting depending on your system. But yeah, sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. I would Hero Soul, I guess, longer S, longer O, is just whenever you have just try to do builds while you are developing anything. You should always keep building, like ideally on the end of each day, build, make it happen, package, build, make it happen overnight and hope for the best. Lord Physics, hello there, sir. I am making like a concept game, I guess, just trying to make a like a Luffy character that's attacking whatever he wants to attack at the time. Yep. But my targeting is definitely completely messed up. What's going on here? Wait, is this blocking anything? No, it shouldn't have any collisions. Yeah, and look. Also, the Unreal for VR stuff. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in any way. This is actually one of the ways where I think for low-end VR, like means Oculus Quest and mobile VR, it's and Unity is probably better. I haven't worked with it myself, but my impression would be probably that it's better. It's my first time in UE. Cool experience. Also engine double C++, getting rid of and using blueprints. Builds engine was still looking for them. That sounds like you started C++ project and then you try to package it just as a blueprint project. Maybe something along those lines. It's usually you can just have the whole project as a blueprint project. You don't have to have any C++ code in it. I mean, C++ is great. I personally really love working in C++ in Unreal, but it's not that great for fast prototyping. So for game jams, it's probably worthwhile to just stick with blueprints. What the hell is this thing hitting though? Let's see. Oh. Unity is better standalone Quest, but for PC VR when they fix Night Lumen. I mean, Nanite and Lumen already works on VR. It needs a little bit of work, and it's definitely not straightforward, but it does work. can make it work. There's a bunch of, if you just, I know there's a bunch of them on Twitter. A bunch of guys, but well, one main person, but made it already work pretty nicely. So it's already quite possible. I think it was even officially supported from like 5.2 or 5.3, like a VR support. So I would definitely look into that. Okay, this is not working as I want it to work. Let's try to do something else. Let's make this actually visible. Okay, gonna have to lower it a bit, but the rest seems doable. Excuse me, where is my blueprint? Right in here. And you can of course make a Unreal. And to be truthful, a lot of pretty much the best looking games on Quest were made in Unreal Engine, which is kind of funny. But vast majority of the games were made in Unity, so that's true. We gotta keep in mind. If you just look at Oculus Quest Unreal Engine games, I think we are gonna be fairly surprised. What we are gonna find. Is that gonna actually show me though? Yeah, we got Roboricall, we got The Walking Dead, Tetris, Veil, and the one that I don't see here is Red Metro. Was it Red Metro? Is the game called Red Metro? Am I? No, it was called Red Metro. That's also, as far as I'm concerned, it was probably the best looking VR game on all standalone platforms, and that was made purely in UE. Somewhat similar to Prey. Unity 5.3 does not work on my... Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. You may want to, like, does it not even start, or is it lagging so much? Because if it just doesn't start, so if it's just running pretty low, you can just lower the scalability a lot right here in the setting. That helps you at least work on it. Lord Who6, you consulted my tutorials and learning QE, so just want to say thank you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So first one thing, have you released any games? I have a few on Oculus Quest. Nothing was particularly successful, but I have them all free, all for free, and I am working currently on it's like fairly early stages Steam release. Red Matter 2 runs heavily modified version of Unreal Engine. Yep. So we got our camera target. I mean, sure, but anyone can do engine modifications. The whole point of Unreal's being source available. I think source available is a bit more fair than saying it's open source. Technically, it's not open source. It's just that you have access to it, but you cannot just like change it and keep it by yourself. I don't make my sounds, and I do not have a sound designer. Not really at the stage where I would be needing a sound designer. Why is it not setting the location correctly? That's weird. Oh, because I disconnected it. Never mind, guys. It's fine. I'm just stupid. What kind of game are you working? It's gonna be a... I don't want to talk about it much yet, but it's gonna be a meditative, very slow, relaxing game. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. Look at that. Okay, this is gonna be somewhat troublesome to set up before aiming, but it's gonna be fine. That's a problem for tomorrow. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, we did not return from there. Oh no. Oh, because I stopped the... Okay, interesting. Thanks for sharing. No worries, man. No worries, man. I am gonna share it at the moment. I will be working on it on the streams as well. So, and probably release some devlogs as well. So you will get to see it, but it's it takes its time. It needs to spawn faster. Oh wait, that's the right one. But I mean, that one should have fast transition too anyway. But wait, no, I am adjusting the wrong thing. I gotta go into here and adjust this. This is what we actually care about. And you know what, while we are at it, let's do right one as well. Oof, now the blending is gonna be quite a bit more annoying. So I can probably do it on this level. That's annoying because we need left and right stretching. Can we do that independently? We just blend that together. Wait, what's additive? Additive to a normal pose. I'm actually not sure. Now can I just modify? How do I do it for those bones separately? Okay, I can probably try to do it on the end here. That should hopefully not lead to too many trouble. Okay, yeah, we don't want this. So this is gonna be our end result. I'm gonna change this stretching to right. Right stretch time and right stretch target. Let's keep it in those stretching here. And we just gotta make sure that this is fixed. Oh, right, we don't want a boolean there. Right stretch target, and we want to have here a right stretch condition. Okay, well, the variable is actually gonna be same right now, so it doesn't matter. Well, I can just set the, yeah, let's just keep the same one. And just keep it here as a node. Change lighter to right. Let's keep it organized. Let's keep it clear, guys. Okay, here we're gonna make sure that this is influencing a right hand. And right. There we go. But how do we? Okay, we go like this. If it's, but we don't go the other way around. If it's true, it plays this one. Now it's gonna cross each other. It's gonna be annoying. We're gonna run in a little bit of a trouble, but that's fine. Let's see. So here we have our falls. So wait, I don't have here. I don't need here 2 yet. I will later, but not right now. I think that should be it. Let's do our B stretch, right? Alright. B stretch right. We're gonna set in the exact same way. Stretch. Get our stretch right. Okay. This may actually work better for us in this way. Let's try it. I have You have a sound bundle that's called Stretch Rubber Rope, and I'm sure it would help your game. It was nice talking to you. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna probably check it out. Thank you for letting me know about that. Yeah, was fun talking. Have a good one. Feel free to stop by some other time. We can get our onNotify back in here, and on our Notify blend out, we disable it. Let's just add here some Notify. Say this point. Notify, montage Notify. And let's set, well, actually don't need to name it to anything, but let's call it, let's keep it consistent. How long have I been working with UE? Ooh, I don't know, look, where is my first tutorial? Probably more than that. 5 years, 4 years? 3 to 5 years, honestly. It gets blurry if I'm trying to be precise. I think I have about 3 to 4 years of professional experience. That means I was actually like, paid to work on as a programmer or as a developer. Somewhere around there. And I was, of course, working for at least a year or more with Unreal just by myself, learning and whatnot. So about 4 to 5 years would be my guess, somewhere around there. Okay, let's try it. Okay, that's nice. Except we got stuck there. Could we return, please? Thank you. I gotta stretch that look. Set up that stretching a bit less. That return there is taking way too long, so we're gonna go about 0.3 and 0.3. And the main reason why this is getting stuck because we are calling it on blend out and not on interrupted. This should solve it now. How did I come to a decision to check out Unreal? Is that the question? There we go, yeah. It's a bit of a longer return with this montage. I don't necessarily. Yep. Honestly, I don't even remember. I liked blueprints. I really like working with blueprints. I think they are pretty underrated, actually, considering what you can do with them. And back then I didn't know that much of coding, that much of regular programming, so it was really nice to be able to just like see visually how it is happening. And I think that's still very much something I appreciate in the flow. So that was very attractive to me, because back then I was mostly doing visual stuff. So I would do a lot of 3D modeling. I was 3D modeling way before like freelance 3D modeling and then regular 3D modeling way before I was programming, actually. But then I kind of liked programming way more, and then slowly transitioned into it because I started as visually oriented. I was more into blueprints, and then I got really into blueprints, and from that I was like, oh hey, this C++ thing sounds kind of sexy, and I transitioned into that. That's just kind of what I'm doing more now. Well, not necessarily. I'm actually teaching right now. I'm teaching at Game Ready, teaching Unreal, but yep, I do a lot more C++ now natively. Because honestly, like blueprints are amazing, but truly amazing is the combination of blueprints and C++. Once you really get to use both of them together, and especially now that you can kind of do that with ChatGPT and whatever AI tools you wanna use, they are so nice, so incredibly nice to use. Just makes it really that kind of makes it a bit more difficult to work with blueprints, because blueprints are visual, which LLMs can't work with too well. So they are much more practical when working with C++ programming. It's cheating a little bit, writing in C# pseudocode and translating C++. Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing wrong with that. It's like, as long as it works I mean, it's I think what's important is that it gets you in the door. like you start learning about it. Like when I started with Blueprints, I had no idea I will ever want to write C++. It's just some text that looks scary, right? When you are not into it. But when you actually get into when you actually like, kind of get eased into it with Blueprints, and then maybe in your case you got eased into it with C#, you're like, oh, I kind of like this coding stuff. And then the more you get into it, the more you are like, yeah, this is pretty nice. I like this. And the more you get into this complexity of programming, I suppose, and of development. So I definitely would say that because Blueprints are so accessible and so easy to work with visually, it was way easier for me to learn the basics of programming, and then it was very easy to transition into regular typing programming. You just have to write more. Yeah. Like if you want to write good blueprints, you have to know how to write good code. It's the principles stay there the same. Like if you want to write shitty blueprints, then you don't really care. But that's true anywhere, right? No matter what language you are using, if you don't understand the fundamentals, the result is not gonna be good. But if you understand fundamentals, you can write pretty amazing stuff. No matter the language. Okay, I do here one quick thing, and it's when we press it, we're gonna translate it. Yeah. Honestly, I like headers. I really like headers and CPP, but I have heard that critique many times for anyone who doesn't work with C++. For me, it's pretty fun, but yeah, pretty much exactly. It's pretty much exactly as you say. You just specifically define what should exist in this class, and you do that in the separate file instead of doing it on top of the class. So it's pretty nice, especially I mean, it has a lot of reasons from memory management perspective, but it's just really nice when you're like sorting through HH stand. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just H though, isn't it? It's just .h. I don't think this is HH. But CPP is for like plus. That's pretty clear. But HH, I think it's just H. but I think it's pretty nice when you are working with a bigger code base just to check the header. You don't have to check the whole class, try to understand the whole thing. You just check the header, see, okay, this is happening here. I don't need to really understand it further. I just needed to see what's happening there. But okay, guys, I think we got it a bit better now. It's not punching at the location. It is looking at the moment. It's punching at the location it was looking at when I pressed the button, which is way more accurate. That's pretty cool. Boom. Now we got some. Let's do some strong punches. Okay, yeah, we got. I'm maybe going a bit too crazy. We gotta change it so this is always something that happens with tracing. Oh, by the way, if you're C++, CPP, yep, exactly. I had that moment myself. Okay, here we are gonna just simply set this to. Let's make this a pure function actually. So this is gonna get location in front of player. Maybe in front of character is actually a bit more accurate. And we're gonna make it pure, and we're gonna adjust the distance. I was thinking about this Russian communist file, exactly. Okay, gotcha. Very cool. I think the communist Russia appreciates your effort. Let's keep the default to 10,000. And here, when I'm actually not hitting anything, because right now what the error is that if I don't hit anything, I can do the debug here as well. But if I don't hit anything, I would like to set that location to a specific point in front of the player. So it hits just in front of the player. Do I have any personal rules or word regarding Ps and C++? I have personally never found reason except few tick incentives functionalities. Yep, pretty much. You have different ways how to go about it, and also if you're like developer by yourself, then you kind of make rules for yourself. If you're in team, it's very different. Anything that's computing intensive and it's happening on chip pretty much. So probably most of the things that are happening on chip should be in C++ because that's just gonna take some performance. Let's see. Never thought about putting it in words. I never do input in C++. I like to do function and then have the input in blueprints. So like I would do like an enhanced input or a regular input here and then call the function that I write in C++. I find it way easier to read than trying to do input in C++. It's just very annoying. Raycasting is somewhat annoying in C++, but you usually do have to end up doing it because you don't really have an option, honestly. Because usually with raycast comes some computation, so unless it's something really check like set a variable, then I do it in the C++ anyway. Yeah, I right now I'm in a bit of a other extreme. I was in extreme where I was doing everything in blueprints, and I'm in the other extreme that I do almost everything in C++, just to practice it more, I guess, and get better at it. Because I'm very much better with blueprints than with C++, because I did it way longer. So right now I'm in that other extreme, and I'm probably gonna in a few months, in some time, just kind of go back and be like, this could use some optimization, but definitely inputs I always do in animation events as well. Montages always blueprints, inputs always blueprints. It's just much cleaner to see here. That's probably things that I keep always only in blueprints, and then everything else kind of try to move in C++. But anything animation based or event based, VFX based is just so much easier to debug in blueprints than in CPP. So forward location. Now, you know what, let's maybe call it location plus distance. Do you have any personal preferences or this? I don't know how much you have been using it yourself, but have you had any rules that you are using for yourself? Okay, now that's gonna hit us exactly in front of the player in case that we are not hitting anything. Okay. There we go. Still go big to extreme, I suppose. I'm gonna have to move that arrow up. Not move, but rotate it up. It's looking down way too much. Just finding the balance with this one. That's annoying. Okay, we got some 1000 punches in here. That's pretty anime accurate. I have not watched that anime that much, to be fair. So what the hell I know? But live action accurate at least. Alright, guys. I have here like 1:30 a.m. should probably go to bed pretty soon. So. My dog is already waiting there. It's being like, what the hell are you doing, man? I'm waiting here for like the last 3 hours. So if you got any last comments, questions or whatnot, feel free to drop it. And if not, I'm gonna probably end it. This is not bad. Okay. I'm in your time zone. That's pretty cool. Okay, not sure if this late, but I am definitely planning on keeping on streaming. Wait, I actually have some streams scheduled, so I am from Czech Republic, but currently I am in Sweden, actually. But let's see. I do have streams, but I'm gonna have now, well, not just now, but regularly some streams scheduled. I did not quite schedule days, but I think I wanted to do Mondays and Fridays and maybe Saturdays if I'm free, which I am today, clearly. Well, it's Sunday and at this point, but I started on Saturday, I swear. So, it's gonna be what it. Poland and Croatia, very cool. Very cool, guys. Okay, well, in that case, have a good one. I'm gonna probably continue on this a bit later in some other stream on Monday. And there will be videos. I have 2 videos already scheduled for this next week, so you can look forward to that if it's gonna be something of your interest, at least those topics, because I always make tutorials that are like pretty green. Dobrá hlasovanie, yeah, exactly. Taky zdravím. Okay. Okay. So, yep, some videos next week, some streams next week, and that's gonna be it for today. Have a good one. Maybe next week I'm gonna actually work on my game, because that's probably should be what I should be doing, what I want to be doing, to be fair as well. And you may have a chance to see it very early stage, really early. Okay. Alright, have a good one, guys. Bye bye.